That's good.
Whenever you're ready, Henry. Got to look. That's our cameras right there.
Okay.
Okay. So when you talk to people, you look direct into those two cameras. Okay.
Should I look at you or there?
You could go both.
Okay.
We're just gonna go around, and we're gonna. Are we on? What? When they turn red, that means we're on.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ha-ha. Good morning, buenos dias. Once again, welcome to the show we call The Nooner. We do this every Tuesday. Yours truly, Paul Chavez, Mr. International on KUHS. We are the stream. We are the leaders in online radio. And I'll tell you what, it's taken a whole different turn. We are ready to get on live on Facebook and about 5 other different platforms. I don't know. We're in China. We're in Africa. We're in Malaysia. You know, they go, do you want to eat or you want to listen to KUHS? And they said, we want to listen to KUHS. All right, folks, we are live. Welcome to Facebook. Those of you people watching on Facebook. And this guy, you just got to look at him. You know who he is. In studio, Freddie Rodriguez Jr. And I'll tell you what, Freddie, hasn't it been a tough year this year?
Oh boy, it's been tough in so many ways for everybody, myself, my family, just trying to hang in there.
I bet, man, and I got your permission a little bit to talk about Freddie Rodriguez Sr., of course, well known, not just in Denver, worldwide. I was watching 60 Minutes talking about your father, great saxophonist, a great father, and how they were just really talking him up. You must be feeling proud about that.
You know what? I felt really proud. I didn't realize how loved my father was, and people knew about my dad, like you said, throughout the country and in the whole world. We always knew he was a good guy and a good man. My father was a really good man, great musician. Just so many good things about him, and it's been tough since he's passed.
I bet it has, but I'm sure that the memories for you, I mean, everywhere I would see you, he'd be there. The last time I really saw him was when we did the thing for Herb Lucero and his final show, and I saw him there. It was really great seeing him, but tell me, how many siblings you got?
I have 2 older sisters.
2 older sisters.
I'm the baby boy.
You're like me. I'm the baby as well. Once again, Freddie Rodriguez Jr. in studio. We're talking a little bit about his dad, because I'm sure he was a great inspiration for you in the world of music. And little birdie told me that you were being sought after to go to the School of Arts in Juilliard School of Arts. Is that correct?
I did. I had a few scholarships here and there back east, and that was one of them. Berkeley, Manhattan School of Music I was thinking of in Miami, but I ended up, I didn't go to music school. I went to the school of El Chapultepec Music School.
Okay.
And I ended up going out to L.A. to try to get a record deal with a vocalist that was here in Denver at the time, and she was, believe it or not, she was the daughter of Ray Charles. So we went out there, and I met him.
You met Ray?
I did, yeah. We did some recording at his studio. We were working on our album, and obviously it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But I went out there in pursuit of a record deal with her and some other groups.
And I'm sure your dad, I'm sure you and your dad recorded, but did your dad record with any like major stars?
He did. He made a few records, and the most notable record he did was called with the Jazz Corps, and it was with Roland Kirk.
Wow.
And it was under a Pacific Coast jazz label.
Wow.
And it was made in the late 60s. I just believe it. I think it was named the Jazz Corps.
The Jazz Corps.
And he made one big record.
Wow. So tell me, I'm sure your dad and you, as a matter of fact, being being a mainstay at the Chapultepec downtown, played with a lot of great jazz artists.
We sure did, boy. Just countless folks from the Tonight Show band. Winton and Branford Marcellus were in there a few times.
Nice.
Anybody you could think of. It's just
the who's who of the world of jazz.
Yeah, the guy that played the Pink Panther theme.
Right.
Class Johnson. I played with him down there. Pete Chrisley from the old Tonight Show band.
Nice.
It was crazy how many famous people went in there. Not only musical, but just stars.
Just drop by. Huh?
Yeah, would just drop by.
And I never. I shouldn't say never. I think I went there a couple of times, but I think I was so buzzed. Hey, there you are, jamming.
There I am.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about the Chapultepec, Freddie Rodriguez Sr., and of course we got Junior in studio. And you're a busy guy, man. You got a couple of bands you're jamming with.
I am. I'm about 3 or 4 bands, sometimes more. Right now I'm with my band. I still go by Chili Willie.
Chili Willie.
And then I'm with JK4 Jakarta.
And we're Jakarta is one bad group. Good group.
You said that right, brother.
Yeah.
Me and Isaac Points and Skip Lynch and Andrew Buckner. But we go under JK4 because of the pandemic. So we're just a 4-piece band.
Right.
And then I play with another band called Soul Food.
I've checked you out.
Not the other band in town, which is another great band. I used to play with them too. But Soul Food, and I play with Ed Padilla, and my brother-in-law. He plays bass in that band.
Right.
Yeah.
And in the family, you've got somebody else that's a DJ as well and well known. Let's talk about her.
Oh, I know. I better, huh? My beautiful wife. We've been married for over a year now. Anyway, my wife Mona Lisa. KUVO. KUVO, Canción Mexicana.
That's right, Canción Mexicana. Saludos to her. And
I
always enjoy, KUVO and really, a lot of them.
Sure.
Somebody just came up with something there. Well, what's that about?
Yeah, that was the person my dad recorded that album back in the late '60s.
Right.
With his band, the Jazz Corps.
Right.
And he was the featured saxophonist on that record.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you see all these different artists. In Denver, have you seen it evolve now, where there's maybe artists moving into Denver instead of out of Denver trying to make it? Do you see that a little?
Yes and no. I mean, every once in a while you hear of like an artist like making it really big, and they're from Denver, or they're from Boulder, or
Yeah, right.
So I don't know, maybe 50-50 on that point. What I find is that a lot of us local musicians, we don't push the original thing enough. And I always have, but unfortunately, and maybe that'll change with your help today, is getting my own music out.
So you got plenty of CDs.
I got all kinds of stuff.
And we are going to listen to one particular cut that you've actually sent to me via email. And nowadays everything is digitally downloaded. But let's talk a little bit more about your influence by your father to you to get in the world of music. Now, is there an instrument that you don't play?
Yes, I just play, and it's funny because I play at piano. I grew up playing the regular acoustic piano.
Right.
And I just played jazz for many years because of my father. My father loved jazz.
Right.
Old jazz. Anyway, I play piano, and then of course I went to keyboards, and I play a little sax as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Not too many people know that.
And you've got a little recording studio at home, I assume?
I do. I have a nice little system at home, and I record all my stuff down there pretty much by myself.
Nice.
And yeah, it's been working out pretty good.
That's
Pretty good.
awesome. Once again, in studio, at least in the Western Hemisphere, I would say he's very well known, Freddie Rodriguez Jr.
Thank you.
And it's our honor, ladies and gentlemen, to give him the Simpatico Award in the world of live music. And KUHS, Henry and myself, wanted to present him with this. Last week he couldn't come because he had to blow out his sprinklers.
My sprinklers.
And luckily
and boy,
he did.
I'm
Luckily
glad I did.
You're right? Yeah, because we got
Isn't that
some
funny?
snow. Yeah, it's funny. If you'd have been talking about this today,
I know.
or you know,
My pipes would have blown.
yeah. Wifey wouldn't have been very happy.
No.
But I'm glad you got that done, and we just wanted to bring you in, even though it's past, you know, the Hispanic Heritage Month. But you are definitely one that needs to be acknowledged, and I can promise you, a lot of those tunes you got on those CDs, you'll be hearing them here on KUHS.
Thank you.
And
Right
people
on.
are just starting to get wind of what online can do. You know, we talk about, you know, when I first, and this, I've been here 6 years now. And when I first came here, Henry would call me and say, "You gonna come down and do a show?" I go, "What? I'll do it in the basement of somewhere, or what? You know." But this is a full-blown operation.
It sure is. Very impressive, everybody.
We've got some
Yeah.
some great hosts here, and the clarity of the music is amazing.
It's amazing.
Online, it really is. But
And I just want to say, Paul, you're great, man. You sound great.
hey, thank
Hey,
you.
you're a famous guy among this great city of ours, and you got a great voice. And hey, everybody, check him out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the club on Fridays.
Yes, for sure.
I'm going to be taking, you know, and I always invite people to come and dance, but geez, isn't that sad?
I
We can't dance
know.
no more.
They just have to move in your seats, y'all.
Right, yeah. It's called toe tapping, finger snapping. That's all we can do right now. So,
For sure.
and it's unfortunate because people like to dance, and it's been so tough. And I think it's been a couple of weeks now that has happened. And I always like to play music that gets people going, you know. And
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, no, I better not play that one because then they're definitely going to get up and start dancing.
I know. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the standard,
get
the
in
electric
trouble.
slides or something like that. Henry wanted me to play your single, and we're going to do that right now. Give it a listen, and as we're listening to it on the radio, we're going to continue to talk on the other 5 platforms. I mean, we are definitely worldwide. Tell me about this single we're about ready to play here.
This is a brand new song that I wrote, already a couple years ago, and it's for and about my wife,
Okay.
Mona Lisa.
All right.
And I hope she won't be offended, but this is her name. Her real name is Ida,
Ida.
and so I call this song "Me Ida."
Me, Ida.
Me Ida Sherry.
I like that. Let's give it a listen live on KUHS for the first time. And it's called Me Ida. Check it out. KUHS, the stream, as we continue to go live on Facebook. Hold on. Well, there you have it, folks. If you do want to hear the song live, you want to go on to KUHSdenver.com. Once again, we're here with Freddie Rodriguez Jr. And those of you on your different platforms, thank you for being tuned in. If you love music, you definitely want to come out and check out his music. You know, energetic, great musicians. Tell me about this last band you played with this last week. Some of the players you got with you.
Was it?
The Chili Willy Band.
Oh, Chili Willy Band. It was myself and my brother. My twin brother Skip Lynch on drums.
He's bad
he's,
to the bone.
he's just
He's a monster.
He's one of the best entertaining drummers that I've ever played with, that I've seen anywhere.
Right.
And then I use a couple different guitar players, but this weekend I used Andrew Buckner
Right.
and my dad's longtime bass player, Mr. Larry Hanley. I call him Lawrence on bass.
Yes.
And so I use some guys that I grew up with Dad, and then some guys that I met through Isaac Point and
Right.
the Jakarta band, and just great guys. I've learned so much from all these guys, and singing, play, what tunes, that to play on gigs and stuff like that. And
Right.
so yeah, it's been quite a ride. I was at El Chapultepec for 40 years with my father.
Wow.
Yeah,
How old were you when you first went into the pack?
well, I'm 53, so I started when I was about 13.
Wow. They snuck you in, folks.
They sure did.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time. Do you go back there and play anymore?
Well, it's kind of funny. My father passed away March 25th, and we played when this pandemic started. Our last weekend there was right around my birthday, March 15th, right before that.
Oh, okay.
12th or 13th of March.
So that was actually your dad's last gig.
That was it was. It was his
Wow.
last. It was his last gig there. It was a Thursday night, and we enjoyed a good year. Last summer was great. We played at City Park Jazz Festival.
Yes.
A couple of really good festivals, and then
Yes.
we played at the Peck that last time that week.
I wonder if you got any video on that.
A good friend of ours, Donnie Lucero, sent me a couple
little clip?
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But that was the last time we played as Freddie Rodriguez and the Jazz Connection.
Wow.
And then I played one more time back in June with my friend. Oh, I played with Diana Castro too.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to mention my sister.
Yes. Diana Castro.
We were there one last time in June.
Wow. Okay, we're going to go back live on KUHS. You just heard. You guys heard it. I didn't get a chance to hear it, although I've heard it before. You can put your headphones on now.
Okay.
It's KUHS, the stream, once again live with Freddie Rodriguez Jr., and that was his latest single. It's called Miaida. Miaida.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's dedicating it to his lovely wife, and of course one of my cohorts in the world of DJing, and she does a great job. Miaida, good job there. All right, so we've kind of went through the whole trip, so to speak, about Freddie Rodriguez Jr. and when's the last time he played with his dad. It was a couple days before his birthday at the Chapultepec. And those of you get a chance to go back if you're driving or you're not able to catch us on Facebook Live, you can actually get the entire interview on there. So, Freddie, tell me, how tough has it been for you? I mean, we haven't even brought this up, that the actual cause of your father's death was because of COVID.
Well, it was, but it was like kind of half of it. I mean, you hear of folks dying with COVID, but with underlying conditions.
Yes.
And yeah, I kind of would like to clarify that he just turned 89 in February 9th.
89.
I think he went down. We had a big party at the Hangover.
Hangover.
Yeah, we had a good old time. And then, but back of Christmas of 2019, my father had some heart issues.
Yeah.
And then the last I'd say the last 10 years, my dad had some kidney issues as well.
Right, right.
So when this darn virus hit, it just really knocked out his kidneys and his heart. And the man was 89 years old too.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't want to just overshadow it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of the causes.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm sure
Yep.
you, being that you saw that, I mean, I assume you really didn't suffer a whole lot, or?
You know what? I think thank God that he didn't suffer, because I think if he would have came out of the the virus, he probably would have had some
Major side effects.
Yes, major side effects from his kidneys. So he didn't, and I thank God for that. Maybe 2 days into his hospital visit, I talked to him, and he wanted to come home, and I'll never forget that. But he was basically sedated. He was pretty
Yeah.
much gone after a couple days,
Well, yeah.
and he didn't suffer anything. So I'm thankful for that. You know, I'm thankful.
Well,
God for that, so.
just about every station in Denver covered it, but when I saw it on 60 Minutes, I said, this man is a very special man.
Oh my God, yes. We were all surprised, myself and my whole family, like, wow, it got out. We were on the front page of the New York Times too.
Wow.
And small print, but
yeah.
we still, my father's name was on the
That
New
is
York Times
awesome.
too,
And you know, he's smiling up there saying, yeah, that's me, baby.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think your father would like for Freddie Rodriguez Jr. to continue?
Of course, he wants me to play.
He wants you to play.
And that's the bottom line. And he was my main mentor and my teacher, and I know he's just saying, keep on doing it.
Right.
Keep on doing it, and keep recording, and see if you can do something with your own music. And he's telling me to take care of my mom. My mom's still alive, and
That's good.
and
That's good.
my wife and my girls. I have 3 daughters.
Awesome.
Now, yes.
And we had your daughter actually sing.
You're right.
Over at the Mood Express last show.
Yes, sir.
Last Dance, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
She did a great job.
She
I
did a
actually
good
got
job.
the video on
Yeah.
that. It's pretty good stuff. I always video stuff. You know, Freddie, it's with my pleasure to present you with the Simpatico Award. I want you to keep going with your music, man. Every time you come out and play, you have people of high stature coming out and checking you out. And I always want to see the crowd because I'm like, who's that? Oh, there's big money over there.
Hey, all right. Okay.
That's good.
Keep coming.
But congratulations to you. Anything you want to say to your fans out there?
You know what? If you see myself at some of these clubs online or Facebook, I don't know if I can mention.
Yes,
someplace.
absolutely. Mention anything.
The
Anywhere.
bar at 38th Plaza. I'm there a lot with, like I said, about 2 or 3 bands. In fact, I'll be there this Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, and no dancing, but we will dress up.
Oh, for Halloween.
Yes, for
Well, that would
Halloween.
be cool.
So I'll be there, and also keep your ears and eyes posted for any gigs with JK4 and Isaac Points, myself and the guys, and also a new band called Soul Food. It's
They're
just
good
some good. We're
Check
playing
them
some
out.
good music.
There you go.
Just keep coming out, and we just have to be careful through this time. But live music is still we're still out there, and also live DJs here, like my brother right here. So keep coming out and supporting the music.
And thank you so much for taking your time and coming out. Like I said, it's an honor for us to present you with the award. It's a virtual award, by the way. Can you see it? It's big. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
You see it? It's
Hey,
nice,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A good deal. Once again, Freddie Rodriguez Jr. in studio, the Simpatico Awards, and I'll tell you what, there's no one more deserving than you. You bring up and elevate nuestra raza, and you just take it to a whole different level, the way you carry yourself. And it takes a lot, especially with a man that what you've gone through. I mean, I've lost my brother just less than a year ago as well, and we weren't just brothers. We were tied to the hip, man, and it's been tough. So I could feel your pain as well.
Yeah,
but
man.
in the meantime, they want us to keep on keeping on, right?
Keep on, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Every time you play this certain song, you always say that your dad loved this song.
He sure did.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sabor a mí.
Sabor a mí, yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the version of Andy Vargas, Carlos Santana's lead singer. I don't know if you've heard it. It's a great song. Thanks once again for dropping by,
All
my
right,
brother.
Paul.
Man, it's always a pleasure. The doors are open for you, brother, right here at KUHS.
You know what?
Anytime.
I will be back if you'll have me, and I'd like to play some more songs. And
Absolutely.
For sure.
Maybe we'll bring your keyboard in here, man.
Let's
and
do
it
it.
live. 'Cause
Hey,
I know
let's-
you can.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that would
sure.
be cool.
Freddie Rodriguez Jr. in studio, the world-known Freddie Rodriguez Jr. It's always a pleasure to have him in, and we'll see you Saturday night at Bar 38 for Halloween night.
All right.
Whoa. All right, my brother, let's cut it off.
Are we out?
You like that groove?
Yeah. I put on your